Alright people, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell notification. That way you'll know when I upload the next video and you'll be supporting my channel. Follow me on Twitter. Every time I upload a new video, I'll be tweeting. Ladies and gents, welcome to Tzeentch Reaction. This is Enter the World of Tzeentch. I don't even know how to pronounce this name. Yes, this is another Chaos God, I guess, by Total War Warhammer 3. I'm doing another Total War trailers part, I guess. I said I'm going to do the second one. There you go. Technically, this is the third one because I did the, Nurgle versus Slaanesh video, right? So, this is the fourth Chaos. And the first time I did, I don't know why, but I forgot that there are 4 Chaos Gods, not 3. It's because I haven't heard or seen any video or lore about, Tzeentch, whatever this is called. Yeah. So, I don't even know much about this Chaos God, what his power is, everything, right? Because I know about Nurgle, I know about Slaanesh, I know about Khorne. I don't know much about this. I forgot, I think, what Bricky said about him. I guess I have to do more Lutin's video on him, I guess, yeah. And yeah, but by the way, after a few hours, right, I'm going to do another Lutin's video. I'm going to resume that, the Emperor of Man, second part, I'm going to resume that. It's been a long enough time, right? After I got the strike, there was a week off. After that, for another week, I didn't do anything. So it's like, it's been half a month plus. I don't even know when I did. Maybe it's been more than a month, right? So I'm going to resume that after 1 or 2 hours after this. So yeah, let's do this one. Wait a minute. The God of Change, the great conspirator, manipulate fate of Tzeentch. Oh, he's conspirator type of thing. Oh, this is going to be great.
It is foreseen. Change was inevitable. Masters of manipulation, orchestrators of grand complexity. All touched by the architect of fate. Do you seek the ultimate truth? We reveal the unfathomable. Manipulate fate for
Tzeentch. That's how you pronounce it. Conquer the Daemon. Tzeentch. Yeah, kind of makes sense. T is silent. Tzeentch. Again, T is silent. Alright. I like, this kind of thing, right? Tzeentch, master manipulator, right? Controller of fate. This kind of reminds me of, obviously, Elder Scrolls. For, over 10 years, 15 years, I've known Elder Scrolls lore. That's why I compare lots of time with that thing, right? Obviously, this is much older than that. So, probably took inspiration from this. But in that, which god is, I forgot, Hermes Mora, right? Hermes Mora, the god of knowledge. He's kind of like this, right? Master manipulator who has knowledge and things like that. This kind of feels closer to that, like somebody who could be a manipulator, so more like a spycraft type of guy, right? Who's, I guess, has lots of knowledge, right? He controls also people's fate. So if you just use different gods, specialities, and just think that if you pit all 4 chaos gods, against each other on the battlefield, who would win? So Tzeentch, being master manipulator, I guess he already wins, because that's the biggest thing you need to be a war general, right? Because small battles isn't that you can lose, but you need to see bigger picture. Master manipulator, he could have the end picture, but then again, Khorne could be so devastating that he doesn't need any of the tactics on the. He's in his army is so bloodthirsty and so dangerous, right? Blood God is just, he could literally decimate, unmitigated power in the end. Nurgle, being disease and pestilence, being the oldest god, his seniority could matter. Slaanesh just, has this tendency to win every single battle because that would bring out pleasure, right? I didn't say anything, right? I just said that all the gods have reason to win. There you go. Okay, let's watch another one. What is this? Enter the world of Kislev. The realm of the Ice Queen, the bulwark of the north, backed by strength of Ursun, the mighty god of bears, dress warm, and enter the world of Kislev. Wait a minute. This is part of Warhammer? I guess it's part of Warhammer Fantasy. Let's watch it.
We are the bulwark of the north. Behold the unyielding motherland. Through the teachings of the great orthodoxy, this world's end is kept at the bay. Our mothers and fathers, brothers and sisters, stand united against the onslaught of chaos. With the strength of Ursun, the mighty bear god, and the power of winter itself. Tear them down!
Alright.
Join us! Pledge yourself to the Ice Court! Defend the legacy of Kislev!
I guess C was the part of that first trailer that I watched of this, Conqueror Demons, which has all of them, which has Khorne, Nurgle, but also C is the center of it. She just walks out of the tent. So I guess Ice Queen is a thing of the Warhammer Fantasy. I have no knowledge of Warhammer Fantasy. I think I should check that out, right? Because it looks awesome so far. It's different. I never thought that Warhammer Fantasy would be different than 40k. I thought since it's Warhammer Fantasy, I felt like it's more like a fan-made thing rather than actual GW thing. But no, it's something completely different. I will check that out. Alright, so let's watch another one. Trial by Fire. One side forged by the anvil of ice, the other rising from the raging fires. Blood for the blood god, skull for the skull throne. Kislev, okay.
Kislev. The motherland has turned her back on us. Exiled to a wasted land. Brothers and sisters betrayed. Whilst the meek cling to power. Is it just? To be the bulwark the world relies on? Does it make us weak? To witness endless loss? Falter. No.
Forces of
You're
Khorne.
molded by it. Forged hot against an anvil of ice. Rage consumes us.
Damn, that sound.
But from the fire, we rise again.
God damn. I love that one. Fucking A. I love that shit. Look, I don't know why. I don't know why I'm biased was Khorne, right? Every god has their own thing, like Slaanesh being Slaanesh, right? Nurgle, Pestilence, and whatever. Tzeentch being the master maneuverer. But Khorne's simplistic thing, like, you know, ultimate power and rage, right? Fire, unmitigated power, blood, skulls. It's just, I don't know why. Somehow that makes him more cooler for whatever reason. It's like, you know, everybody has their trait, you know. Tzeentch playing some mind games, alright? Nurgle just sprint says, holy shit, here comes Khorne. Everything's on fire. Alright, lastly, Nurgle versus Slaanesh. This is another one, right? I did the newest one, I guess, a few days ago. This is the older one. I guess in this one, Nurgle will win or something. The Plague Father's obsession with breeding new infection has led him to the realm of chaos, and is made by Slaanesh's force. Yet, the notorious Keeper of Secret is not leading the charge. What scheme could N'Kari be plotting?
Death. Inevitable, inescapable, irrefutable. Where there is death, there is fear. And from that fear, the Father was born. The Plague Lord, the Chaos God of disease, decay, destruction, and death by rebirth. Nurgle is undoubtedly the oldest of the ruinous powers.
Yeah.
For death and decay are as old as life itself. The garden and its continuous growth and care are chief amongst the Fly Lord's concerns. That prized garden, diligently nurtured and toiled, stands sullied under the presence of indolent hedonists, seeking expansion for their excessive and decadent domain. These playthings of Slaanesh have courted the...
Yeah, I mean, Nurgle's whole thing is kind of a strong one, isn't it? It's not just, you know, plague and pestilence. It's like, you know, death, the ending of things. It's kind of depressing, but in its way, kind of powerful. Like he said, death and, you know, end of things and things like that is the oldest than anything, right? That's why he's oldest god. That kind of makes him really, you know, powerful in a way.
The ire of Kugath Plaguefather, the fetid brewmaster, the rotting poxmaker. Kugath's fascination with the breeding of fresh, virulent life has earned him high favor among Nurgle's chosen. Obsessed with concocting the perfect contagion, the Plaguefather returns to the realms of chaos only rarely, but sees such visits as the opportune time to trial his newest plagues on rival demons. Nurglings spew pus and disease as they burst on the knife-edged claws of Slaanesh's demonettes, whilst plague-bearers wade their oozing masses into the riot of ecstasy and infection. At the
What is this? This is gross. Why does this look like a mouth, right? It's just a hole in the ground yet still. The teeth and it, ugh.
The riot of ecstasy and infection. At the border of the melee, the Plaguefather mulls, mixing concoctions both of material and mind. This sordid invasion feels to Kugath reminiscent of N'Kari, Slaanesh's notorious keeper of secrets. Kugath has served Grandfather Nurgle long enough to recognize a feint. A feint indeed. For why else would N'Kari himself not be leading the charge? It is unlike the Arch-Tempter to abstain from giving and receiving the gift of pain. The young god Slaanesh has much to learn in the ways of subterfuge and could stand to study the arts employed and mastered by the great conspirator, with whom Nurgle carries a mutual and enduring contempt. But what schemes could N'Kari be plotting? A full-scale assault on the garden? Unlikely. The feint here would suggest an attempt on Kugath's mortal territories. So it is the material realm N'Kari means to blind the Plaguefather to. A valiant effort, but Kugath sees the truth eventually. Nurgle may be slow at times, but it's by design. Content with his assessment, Kugath means to end this distraction quickly. But first he must contend with Slaanesh's greater demon. This Keeper of Secrets unleashes its Lash of Slaanesh spell, felling a dozen weakened Forsaken with a single whip. The mere act of witnessing the
All right, doesn't Nurgle have some kind of power like that? It's, you know, N'Kari uses, you know, whip of Slaanesh or whatever that was. that basically has this kind of OP power move, right? Nurgle doesn't have something like that.
His power fans Slaanesh's lesser demons into a blissful rapture, injecting them with vigor and enhancing their martial prowess. The affront against the garden lasts longer than Kugath had wanted. Indeed, he itches to return to the mortal realms to brew new plagues and discover Nakari's schemes. In an effort to overwhelm the Epicurean invaders, Kugath summons a tide of eager Nurglings. They swarm forth and explode on command, spreading disease and pus across the battlefield.
Those things, the way they move, the fast they move and exploded, that gives you nightmare. Because it will give me nightmare, that's for damn sure.
Not satisfied with the explosion, the Plague Father employs the Law of Nurgle to summon up Light Boil. This festering, pulsing blister grows up through the ground before bursting in a shower of disgusting fluids.
I'm gonna be huddled up in a ball after this.
Slaanesh's demons wither and die beneath the strain of a dozen maladies. The garden is again secured, and Kugath can turn his attentions to the mortal realm at last. How many potential plagues already lost to Nakari's schemes, Kugath cannot say. He knows only that the Arch-Tempter will suffer every sickness known to Grandfather Nurgle. The Father would expect no less.
There you go. Yep. So this is the first time they upload Nurgle versus Slaanesh. In that, Nurgle will win, obviously. Then I guess, Nurgle's forces will go to the Slaanesh, which we saw, I guess, a few days ago. This is fucking awesome, man. I love this. I love the whole concept of plotting against Chaos Gods. Who's more stronger, who's not. Seeing all that. It's gonna be fun. Right, people, that was, the Total War Warhammer 3. Multiple fucking trailers with, also the Ice Queen thing, which I have to see what that is, right? Because that's not part of Warhammer 40k, that's for sure. But it's part of Warhammer Fantasy, apparently. Right, people, if you like my Rick Sunday, like, subscribe. Check out the Rick Sunday, there's a link in the description. Check out the cards, check out the ink cards, and yeah, I'll see you next time.